Before I started the video, I wanted to make sure to let you know that the audio was not very good. And I know where I was filming, there was a lot of background noise, and I apologize. I will try to fix this later on down the line. Thank you. Hello, this is Cinnabon18 with the delicious film review of Godzilla vs. Kong. I will also be doing my ranking of all the MonsterVerse films in this review. Godzilla vs. Kong is a film that came out last Wednesday, which for a specific date would be March 31st. I didn't get to watch it until last night, which is Tuesday. So I was a little late watching it, but I wanted to make sure that I watched it in theaters because I wanted to see it in the motion seats that they had. So if my review is really high on the film, just know that it's because I saw it in motion seats. Godzilla vs. Kong is exactly what it sounds like, a movie where Godzilla and King Kong face off against each other and fight. The fighting scenes in this movie were really good, and they were well lit as well. The story, however, was just kind of mediocre, but it wasn't terrible. I would say that it was worth a watch, especially if you have HBO Max. I would say that depending on what team you're on, you could like the film or you could be frustrated by it. I actually didn't mind the human characters so much, but they were nowhere near as good as they should have been. As for me personally, I was rooting for Team Kong. Now, I'm not going to tell you who wins in this review, but I was just figured you'd want to know which team I'm a part of. Now, as far as the CGI in this movie was very well done, and it deserves the Oscar nomination at least. Now, there might be better films by the time it rolls around, but the visual effects were very good, and I would recommend it just for the visual effects alone. The lighting in the movie was good. Like I said, the story's just not the best, but what do you expect from a monster movie? Basically, I would recommend this film, and I give it a 9 out of 10. Now, as for my ranking of the movies, in fourth place, it is Godzilla. Now, my 4 and 3 keep going back in my mind, but the more I sit on the third one, the more I like it pretty well. Godzilla was good, but it could have been better. But then again, it could have been a lot worse, which I thought it would be. I just watched it yesterday as well. Yeah, I watched all these movies yesterday, and it was a long day. But it was well made, well shot. Again, it was a little dark, but you could still see the monsters, which is a complaint I have with a lot of visual effects heavy movies, that they make them so dark so you can't see anything. My number 3 is Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Godzilla, King of the Monsters was a movie that I heard was pretty bad, but yet some people really liked it. Some people say the reason that people didn't like it was because it was just monsters fighting the whole time, and other people say it's because the characters were not very well developed and were not very good characters. I would say that the truth lies somewhere in the middle, but I don't think the characters were the best. Some I was attached to, but others I was not. They added too many, and they didn't bring back characters that were already developed, except for a few. And I think that put a damper on the film. And as far as monster action, there wasn't a whole lot. Now for my number 2 pick. Again, I go back between my number 1 and my number 2. But I think I'm going to have to go with Godzilla vs. Kong in this ranking, because Godzilla vs. Kong was really good. I just don't know if it will hold up well over time. And like I said, the lighting was really good. I hope the director gets more work and the MonsterVerse continues off of this. But it was well made, well shot. Like I said, the CGI was amazing. And as for my number one pick, it's Kong Skull Island. It had an all-star cast. This is the one monster movie where the humans were very well developed. The Godzilla movies do not do a good job of that, but Kong Skull Island did. There was an all-star cast, mostly of MCU actors, and then half the cast of Straight Outta Compton was there. It was funny. It was what you expect out of a monster movie. I rewatched it yesterday, and I didn't know if it was going to hold up. It held up really well. It's a war movie, yet a monster movie. Thank you for watching. Please like and comment your list down below. Thank you.